Hey, sexy lady, wop, 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 Oppa Gangnam Style. Sorry, guys, that song is too addictive to be allowed to exist, to be honest. And yeah, guys, today I want to talk about games and what I think is missing with most games. Now, I'm a very critic person in that I don't really play any game. And by this, I don't mean that I'm some sort of epic game reviewer or something like that. I just want to say that I have standards, and I think that most of the time these days, the standards are too low, I think, for the rest of the people. And I think that from all the Call of Duties, to be honest, I think that none of them can match the Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, the game that I used to play back in the days. And this game was a very, very good um, multiplayer game, very good multiplayer war game. The single player was good as well, but I definitely enjoyed the multiplayer in that you can see such a difference between Call of Duty and Medal of Honor. I think for one, the Medal of Honor maps were so much more epic, so much more wilderness, so much more um, well, I think they were just more and better than the Call of Duty maps. The Call of Duty maps is really all for the kill, to be honest, and I think that because of one main reason, the Medal of Honor maps were better, and I think this is because I think they designed them basically to have objective matches against each other. Now, in Medal of Honor Pacific Assault, you had sort of objective multiplayer game based mode in which the one team basically had to defend the objectives, like, for example, destroy 3 howitzers, 3, I don't know, mortars, and then the one team had to destroy them, the other team had to make sure that the time bombs didn't get planted, didn't go off, so they could defuse it and stuff. I think this was better in that it had this kill aspect. Of course there was KDR, of course there was kills, but it was just so much better because of this storyline aspect. And you had in Pacific Assault, you had the Japanese against the Americans, and I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that style of war games. And I think that people should, of course, inspiration is hard to find these days, and for everyone, even if you're an artist or a game developer, good inspiration is hard to find. But it's not a reason to basically just copy what's already been done just a little while before, like Call of Duty. I've seen things about the Black Ops 2 that really remind me of Modern Warfare 3, and I just don't want another game of that. I don't want just another Call of Duty. I'm really looking forward to a war game that can intrigue me, that is better than Call of Duty, that is more inventive than Call of Duty. Um, it's not that I hate all the Call of Duty fanboys or the people that really like to play it, but it's just that I have more expectations of war games, and that's just me. And maybe that's a bad aspect of me, but I just think that they should, higher their standards and not just be content with a shoot to kill game. And yes, the maps, they should definitely do something about the maps. I think they could make a more wilderness type stuff, more heights, more low. And yeah, I think Battlefield does this better, um, but it's still not enough to be honest for me. Medal of Honor just had this amazing feel. The bayonets on the guns was so epic as well. The guns itself were all authentic war guns, and this all intrigued me. The Thompson, the sniper rifles, the Garand gun, and it was still, as I said all the time, it's one of the best war games I've ever played. Now, another game that I was totally disappointed at this year, or last year, I don't know when it came out exactly, was the Knights of the Old Republic multiplayer game. Now, why was I disappointed? Basically because of the fact that I played the Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords. That's the second one. So Coder 2 was that. You had also had Coder 1, but this was so epic because it was a role gameplay. Sorry, and I totally digged it because of the simple fact that you can, or you can go dark side, or you can go light side. And I think that was such an invention. I thought that was a very creative, was a very well done as well. The force powers were epic, and they basically just did their best, and they just delivered what I would expect from such a game. And by the way, it's been on the Steam sales just recently, and I'm actually considering doing a let's play about it because the game is so awesome. And I just want to show it to you guys, and I think that if you've got some spare time, sometimes you want to play a good game, something that is recognizable like Star Wars, a good franchise, then you should go ahead and play Knights of the Old Republic, the Sith Lords, because the multiplayer game felt too much like World of Warcraft, to be honest, and I just didn't dig it. I just looked at it and I thought, well, this is almost exactly like World of Warcraft, and that is not something that I was looking for at the moment. And that's what I'm talking about. People are looking for inspiration for something that is too close to them. Like, as I said, World of Warcraft is still very active. People still play it very much, but it was so alike, and it's just not. It's not the type of game that you should make for a Star Wars movie. That's where the the role play games are for, and I think that's so much better. And I think, yeah, basically, that was not a good thing of them to make an MMORPG. Just wasn't a good idea. Now, I said that I require more than just killing, but for some games like Left 4 Dead, it's of course killing, try not to get killed, and get at the other side of the map. And I think that this is a game that shows the Call of Duty players or the guys that think that most games is just killing and then going further in the story. This basically rescinds that idea, in that in this game you really need to look after each other, get each other up, make sure that the tank doesn't get you. You need your entire team to defeat the tank, and that's what I like about Left 4 Dead 2. And I think that people should really look more individually to their games and see what does this game need, not what do other games need, what did they use, but more what does this game need. And that's not always what the most popular game of what a certain game that looks very much like your game needed. It's not. It's very personal, and you really need to sort of determine what a game needs rather than just copy things from other successful games. So guys, this was my commentary. I'm gonna keep it short. I love you, Tiger. See you later, and the next episode from Let's Play is going to be on. See ya!